Going to the dentist is already quite stressful and petrifying to others.
Who's next?
Okay.
And it is our job as dentists to offer not only good oral health care, but also comfort to ensure every patient's amazing experiences and give them the reason to stay. We must leave a good impression by maintaining professionalism and giving them the stellar kind of service they're paying for. Aside from the dentist's hand skills, maintaining good dental service requires good dental clinic management. And with the continuous advancement in the technology comes the rise of different standardized electronic systems. Let me show you a normal conversation between a patient and a dental assistant using the Crown Clinique Dentaire management system. Good morning, sir. May I help you?
Good morning. I had an appointment with a doctor at 9 a.m.
Oh, let me give you your patient's ID first. What is your name, please?
I'm Sean M. Stone.
And for the gender is male. How old are you, Mr. Stone?
I'm 21.
Can you also tell me when's your birthday?
April 14, 1999.
On the second part, we have the address section. May I know the name of your street, barangay, and your city?
P. Patera Street, Barangay San Diego, Zone 1, Tayaba City.
Your contact number is also required in case that you will be scheduled for a follow-up checkup or there is a sudden change in your treatment.
0977230167.
Now we're on the last part of the patient's information form. The dentist that will be assigned to you is Dr. Cleo Orias. There are buttons in the patient's information form. Each corresponds to a different action. The search patient option is used when we're looking for a record of an old patient. The new patient button is for those new to the clinic like you, while the edit and the delete option is self-explanatory. These options are also provided so that if there are new details of the patient or there is a sudden change with the details of the patient, they can be added or entered through these options. Now let's move on with your appointment form, Mr. Stone. Let me just type your last name here, Mr. Stone, your first name, Sean, and your middle initial, M. And the schedule of your appointment would be on Monday, September 14, 2020.
Okay.
There you go. And lastly, what seems to be the purpose of your visit, Mr. Stone?
One of my teeth is aching and its hole is already widening. I've been in pain for 2 days.
Oh, I see. There are also buttons in the patient's appointment form. The search appointment button is used when we're looking for a patient's previous appointments made in our clinic. The new appointment button is used when it will be the patient's first time visiting here, and you, Mr. Sean, since this will be your first time, your appointment would be set as a new one. The cancel appointment button is used when you might want to cancel the appointment we've scheduled. And lastly, the edit appointment button is used when some changes will be added to the appointment we have set up.
Noted.
And now we'll be setting up your dental treatment form. I'll just input some of your information in this section, so hang on. You'll be undergoing dental restoration or fillings, Sean, since the damage is quite extensive and the decay may have reached the roots of your tooth. The approximate time of the procedure would be taking around 40 minutes. Now let's proceed with the restoration and the consultation fee. The total charge would be 6,000 pesos. And we're just gonna type finish in the status. As I've said a while ago, Dr. Cleo or Yas will be the dentist in charge for your treatment. And in this form, buttons for options are also present, and they too have corresponding different actions. The first one would be the skip to the start button. This button will bring you to the first record of a patient for this section. The next one would be the reverse button, which will bring you back to the previous record of a patient for this section. And now we have the save button. This button allows you to store and save the data that has been filled up in this section. The button to the right of the save button is used to bring you to the next record of a patient. And the last one would be the button that would bring you to the end record of a patient for this section. Mr. Stone, come in please. The doctor is waiting for you. So, how was it?
My tooth is finally restored. I am happy.
That is good to hear. Okay, now we'll be proceeding with the dental medicine form. Starting with your patient's ID, and it's 3960, and your name, Sean M. Stone. According to Dr. Cleo's prescription, 500 milligrams of acetaminophen will be given up to you for 2 days. This one is a pain reliever, but remember to only take it once a day, okay? You'll only be needing 2, and that would cost you 25 pesos each, so 50 in total. And that is still prescribed by Dr. Cleo. And in this form, the dental medicine form, buttons for options are also present. The first one would be the skip to the start button. This button will bring you to the first record of a patient for this section. The next one would be the reverse button, which will bring you back to the previous record of a patient for this section. And now we have the print button. This button allows you to save and print the data that has been filled up in this section. The printed data would also serve as your receipt for the bills you have paid. The button to the right of the print button is used to bring you to the next record of a patient, and the last one would be the button that would bring you to the end record of a patient for this section. Below are the buttons where you can delete, add, find, and also print records. Please wait for a minute, Sean. I'll just print your receipt and you're good to go. Thank you for trusting Crown Clinic Dentaire. We hope you like our service. We're hoping to see you again. Thanks, Sean. Have a good day.
Thank you, I had a blast.
I will be showing you the process of how to fill up the dental supply form because we'll be ordering some meds since we're kind of running out of stock of our clindamycin. Our order ID is 47023. And we'll be ordering clindamycin from our supplier. We'll choose delivery because it's very convenient and not that pricey. I'll be typing my name, my email address, my phone number, and the name of the dental office. The Crown Clinic Dentaire is located at P. Patero Street, Barangay San Diego Zone 1, Tayabas City. And the status is waiting. And here in the dental supply form, buttons could also be seen. The first one would be the skip to the start button. This button will bring you to the first record of a patient for this section. The next one would be the reverse button, which will bring you back to the previous record of a patient for this section. And now we have the save button. This button allows you to store and save the data that has been filled up in this section. The button to the right of the save button is used to bring you to the next record of a patient. And the last one would be the button that would bring you to the end record of a patient for this section. Below are the buttons where you can print, delete, add, and find records. Overall, our system simplifies the process of storing and organizing patients' information or data. It is a big help in giving our patients the best service that they deserve.